What is up, gamers? This is John D, and we are back for another video of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So today I'll be doing a re-upload of how to shiny hunt, because I know a lot of people were confused and really unsure of how to actually do this method. So this is going to be the updated version of how you guys can shiny hunt in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So for this shiny hunt, I'll be using the Massive Mass Outbreak Discord method, which I mentioned in my old video last year. So I'll be showing you that and what to do and what not to do when you guys are doing the Massive Mass Outbreak shiny hunt. And now without further ado, let us go into the video and let me show you how you guys can do your shiny hunt. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to be wondering, you need to find a Massive Mass Outbreak. So you have to see the question mark just like that and you go there. Let's just say for some reason you just decided to go back without even realizing that you just left the outbreak. So let's just say you did something like this, like for me, for example. If you just leave just like that, that outbreak is gone. And whatever Pokemon there, it just completely changes. So you get a completely different outbreak. So my suggestion is make sure you save your game before you get into the outbreak. So something like that. So that that outbreak right there just stays there. So in the Kobo Coastlands. So let's just go to Kobo Coastlands and see what outbreaks there are. And if there's a Pokemon I want to go for a shiny hunt, then I'll stick with that. So what you're going to do is talk to Mai and her Munchlax. Make sure you have 5 Agwa berries so that you can see what Pokemon are in the outbreaks. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have 5 Agwa berries. So once you gave her the Agwa berries, you can see the Pokemon. So you can see right here, there isn't any Pokemon that I'm really interested in hunting for. So what we're going to do is just close the game, because what we're doing is saving our Agwa berries from what we have used just now. So what we're going to do is simply close the game. That's it. And now what you're going to do is come back, and when I do that, you can see that that outbreak that we just saved is right there. So that's why I say save before you go into the place. And now if you want to get a new one, it's just like how you guys do it. Just go to a different random place. You can either talk to the professor, or you can just leave the place and you can just go back to Jubilee Village and you'll get new outbreaks just like that. And you're going to do this process until you find your outbreak with that specific Pokemon. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll be back shortly once I find the outbreak. So guys, it will take a while for you to find the specific outbreak, so keep that in mind. So we did find a really good outbreak right there. So we're going to go and see if there's a specific Pokemon. Just letting you know that it's going to take a while if you're looking for a specific Pokemon. It's time consuming, so I just want to put it out there if anybody asks. Because for me, it took a long time for a specific Pokemon. Okay, but just for the sake of the video, I just want to show you like how to do the method. So I don't mind if it's any Pokemon. If it's so I just want a Pokemon that, you know, I do not have. So perfect, we're gonna go for that special outbreak at the bottom right there. You can see that Onyx with the star. That means that's a special outbreak, so you can get a second round. So we're gonna just, oh, and before you actually go there, make sure in box 1 it is empty with those 4 circles right there, because you want to catch the first 4 Pokemon in that outbreak, because it's very important when we're going to use the Discord method. So we're going to be using that because like I said before, I want to show you guys this, so that because I know a lot of people were confused and having, you know, concerns about it. So make sure you have those 4 slots in box 1 empty. So give us a short moment and we'll be there eventually very soon. And yeah. Alright, after a long journey, we've made it to the Onyx outbreak right here. So what you're going to do is just catch the first 4 Pokemon that you see right there. And just be warned, you got to make sure you catch exactly the 4 that you see as you are doing it. Because if you catch the other ones that just appear, then the method is not going to work when you're doing it in Discord. Just letting you guys know that. Once you got the first 4, now you can just simply just catch them or attack them, but I would suggest catching them all, because you want to know which Pokemon, how many Pokemon are in the first round and in the second round. And a good way for you guys to count how many Pokemon you have caught is by talking to Professor Laventon, because he tells you how many Pokemon you've caught in total. So that's what I like about this game, because, you know, it tells you how many Pokemon you caught. So you can see right there, we did find an Alpha outbreak for the second round. So that right there, that's exactly what I wanted to show. So it can be an Alpha outbreak or just the second, you know, second evolution. So it would have been a Steelix. But we got very lucky right here. So we're going to catch every single Alpha Onix in this outbreak right here. So we're going to do this very, very quickly. But it can be a little hard because, you know, Alpha Pokemon are super aggressive. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing your shiny hunts. So now that we have caught all of the Pokemon, including the Alphas, you can go back to Mirlin's camp and talk to Professor Laventon. So you can see right here, we caught 16 Pokemon. So in the first round, we've caught 10 Onix and 6 Alpha Onix. So make sure you have that count for whatever Pokemon you found in your outbreak. And now what we're going to do is go to the lady at the end near the dojo. And that is where you're going to be using the Discord method, which I mentioned in my old video. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. But I'm going to make this again just because a lot of people were confused and all that. Because I didn't mention about a few things which I just mentioned in this video. But what you're going to do is talk to Simona. That's her name, by the way. So you're going to click on I want to trade Pokemon. And now what you're going to do is just click on someone far away. Because that is where you're going to be using the Discord method. So make sure you have Nintendo Switch Online in order for this method to work, because you're going to need internet for this. So once you have connected to the internet, now you're going to need the code from Discord. So what you're going to do is click enter in $ED, because then it's going to give you the code from Teal, in this case, the dump bot. And now you're going to enter in that code. So our code is going to be 00008195. In our case, once you have entered that code, hopefully you do it on time, it'll say trade partner found, Nikki. And then all you're going to do is just hover on those 4 Pokemon. That is it. And then go back to Discord and you'll see the data for the first 4 Onixes that we caught in the outbreak. And now you're going to wait for a code, which is called the seed. And that will give you the data of the Pokemon and potentially get your shiny Pokemon or your Alpha shiny Pokemon. So it takes a while, so try to be patient. Okay, there we go. So that right there, those numbers right there, that's the code. And luckily, I was able to identify the first 4 Onixes because I didn't thought I was actually going to be able to do it in the first try. Alright, now what you're going to do is just put in the information. So in our case, it's a mass outbreak. So we're going to click on that. So that section right there, the mass outbreak. And then you're going to click on Alpha and Shiny in my case, because we did find an Alpha outbreak. And then you're going to click on this code, this link right there. It's going to send you to where you're going to put in that code that we just put for the seed. So what you're going to do is just put in the following. So in our case, it's a mass outbreak. And we just found it in the Obsidian Fieldlands. So we're going to put that. And now what we're going to do is just make sure we just put in the following. Just making sure I put... Actually, yes, it is Obsidian Fieldlands. So make sure you put in the right place. And then in our case, we got Onix. The first round we found was 10. So we're going to enter in 10. And then for the Alpha Onix, so in our case, it's Alpha, we just found 6. And now for the seed, you're just going to put in that code just right there. That's the code that you're going to put in that link at the bottom. So we're going to go and put the code right there, copy paste. And now what we can do is just generate that code. Now what you're going to do now is just copy it. So you can either copy it like doing that, or you could just do copy on clipboard. And now what you're going to do is just magically put in the code right there. You could do your copy paste, whatever. And there you go. Magic. And those are all of the permutations for our potential Alpha Shiny. So in this case, we got potential shinies. It says chain result. Many of them may say chain result. So you can get more than one shiny. I've actually tried one myself, and it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I forgot which one I actually did it for, but it was pretty cool. Okay, now that you got your permutations and decided on which one to do, now what you're gonna do is close your game, and hopefully you guys did not save it, because if you guys save it, that outbreak right there and everything is gone. You won't be able to get back to it. So that's why you do not save your game right after we do this process. So you can see right there, we have that same outbreak from earlier, all of the data. So now what we're going to do is just go into that outbreak, and we're going to now do the process with the permutations from Crimson Mirrorlands for a potential Alpha Shiny Onyx. So here is you're going to see on the screen below of the permutations I'm following. So I'm going to follow the A1, A2, A1, A1, A3, clear all. So I'll mention this again. So you can see the other permutations as well. So as I'm doing it, I can explain it as well. So we're going to do A1. All you got to do is just catch one Pokemon or attack one of them. Anywhere you see A2 and A3, you just put them into groups. So for A2, so let's just say I have something like this where I have 4. That's okay. That won't mess up your steps. As long as you attack the 2 and leave, then you're good to go. So we're going to attack the 2, and then we're just going to leave the battle. And then you're going to see something like ghosting Pokemon, where you basically, like, if there's 3 Pokemon, that means you're ghosting one of them. If you only see 2 of them, that means you're ghosting 2, and so on and so forth. You just leave back. But I've already did that for my other video. But for this one, we're doing the second step, which is attacking 2. So there you go. We've attacked 2 Pokemon, and now right here, we can just simply just leave the battle. So we can just run. So just like that. Now what we can do is do the rest. So we're going to catch 1, and then we're going to attack 3. So what I'm going to do is catch 1 Onyx. So now that all the Onyxes are calmed, now what we're going to do is catch 1 of them. So that one is already aggressive now. So you got to be very careful, and you have to be super sneaky. You can use some items, but honestly, you don't necessarily need items. You could or not. So right there, we just did A1. Now we're at the final step. We're just going to catch 1 more, actually. My bad. We just skipped a step. So there was another A1. Now we are going to do A3. So now, just make sure we have 3 Onyxes in battle. Perfect. And now simply, we're just going to attack all 3 Onyxes right there. Okay, so we're attacking the first one. Nice job, Decidueye. Nice. So, as we're doing this, hopefully, let me know in the comments which shiny Pokemon you want to hunt for as we're doing this process. Let me know, like, what specific Pokemon you want to hunt for and that good stuff. So, yeah, be sure to let me know which Pokemon you want to shiny hunt for. Well, as you can see right here, we're almost done. We just need to attack this Onyx right here, and then we're going to be at our final step. So perfect. We got that 1 Onyx right there. So now we're at the final step. So it says clear the rest. So all you can do is just catch them 1 by 1. I just like to do that. I think it's much more safer. Or you can just battle them. Up to you. So you gotta follow these steps very, very carefully. So if you see something like A1 back to back, notice that I didn't do catch 1 of them like simultaneously, like consistently catching like that. I just wait for that 1 to be caught and then just go. Catch 1 and then go. Alright, so our shiny should be there. And there we go, guys! Our first shiny alpha of 2025. We got shiny Onyx. Let's go! Oh yeah. Shiny Alpha Onyx right in the breeze. And guys, this is my first shiny Pokemon of 2025. Not just any shiny, a shiny Alpha. And there we go. Shiny Alpha Onyx right over there. That's amazing. So you can see right there that we have successfully got our shiny Alpha Onyx right there, guys. By the way, I would recommend you guys lowering it, but I like to do is catch it on my first try and see if we get it. I always get lucky. And there we go, guys. We just got it. Let's go. Shiny Alpha Onyx. Let's go. First shiny of the year of 2025. Alright, guys. So there we go. And now, if you notice that chain result, we're going to see if we can get another shiny. Maybe, question mark, question mark. Sometimes it does work or does not work, depending on the chain you do. So yeah, guys. So be sure to do the one that does work. If the other one does not work, then just do the next one. So keep that in mind, because that happened to me when I was doing it too myself. So we just returned it, and as you can see, we unfortunately did not get our shiny, which shows that chain result, so fail. But we got ourselves the shiny Alpha Onyx guaranteed from that chain that we did. So now what we can do is just go back and of course be sure to save your game, because now that you caught your shiny, you can save your game. Also, the reason why I always save before I go into the outbreak is because let's just say there's something wrong with your shiny hunt, like, you know, for some alphas, you may lose all your Pokemon and it's going to be a complete fail. So that's why I save my game. And also, you may have two massive mass outbreaks and you can decide which one you want to go to. So those are the reasons why I always save my game before I go into the outbreaks. So hopefully that answers your question of why I do that. Alright guys, here it is, my shiny Alpha Onyx. My first shiny of 2025. Amazing. We got the Snake Rock Pokemon. Alright guys, so we can conclude the video right here. Let me know in the comments if this video was better. But for my new viewers out there, I had made an old video where a lot of people were like somewhat confused with the methods. But some of them do like it and do understand it, but I just made this video because many people have like concerns and thoughts of what happens if you do this and that, and you know, some of the steps were not too clear. So hopefully this video made it up to you guys, and hopefully you guys can share it out there to those who want to do some shiny hunts in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And if you guys have any other questions or anything like that related to shiny hunting, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to answer it. And I hope you all have a great day, and we can end the video right here. And this is John D, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.